Welcome to another pro bike, and this one's a special one. This is Sam Reynolds' Polygon DH9. Right, you're probably wondering, who is Sam Reynolds? Well, he originated from dirt jumping, where he made a name for himself with all those big events and slopestyle, progressed his career throughout. Now he's moved on to big rig jumping. So such events like Fest Series, 9 Nights, and a lot of his video segments are all made on big bike riding. But I'm going to kick it off with the frame. This is the Polygon DH9, team issue colors only. You can't get this color out there, but you can buy this frame in a different color. This bike is running 200mm of rear travel on here. It's an unbranded shock, taking care of all of that. It's running 250 PSI with a real slow rebound to help him contradict all those big G-outs and those huge jumps. This is the SB1 single speed derailleur. It's meant to stay in one gear. So it works exactly the same as a normal derailleur, where you have to have this to allow that chain to grow when you're going through your suspension. Although you're limited to one gear with this system, he has 7 to choose from with a 7-speed cassette on the rear. He's gone smack in the middle and a 14 tooth, and on the front he's running a 32 E13 sprocket, which is bolted to a E13 LG1 full carbon crank arm. Length of crank arm 165mm, and to keep those feet on his pedals are these VP Harrier pedals, a very wide platform pedal. And to keep his chain intact is that E13 LG1 chain device. Right, the wheel build on this bike, super special, front and rear. These are the E13 LG1 full carbon wheel build. It's a 27.5, nice carbon rim there, and the rubber on this bike is a Kenda Hellkat Pro. He is running super heavy inner tubes in these tires to give him a little bit more weight, and he says it helps him doing bigger whips. Right, the braking power to keep him all under control out there. On the rear he's running this Trickstuff C41. It's a 4-pot caliper, and that's on a 203 disc rotor. It's a floating disc. Let's hear that rear hub. Oof, that's so provocative. Nice sweet sound. Right, the wheel build up front is exactly like the rear, as well as the braking as well. But that wheel is bolted to these forks. These are the Suntour Rux forks. 200mm of travel. He's got 80 PSI in there, and he's got them set up really hard for all those big jumps. Right, keeping him control out there on the trail are these Spank Spike handlebars, 800 vibrocore they are. The width of these bars is 800mm, and he's kept it at 800mm, so he's running big boy style. And what vibrocore means, it's got this high density foam built into the bar, which helps reduce the vibration whilst going down the hill. And keep those hands in control on these is special. These are ODI, but what he's done, he's got these laser etched lock tabs here, pure darkness. Right, the first thing you can notice when you're up at the cockpit, you can just see 2 hoses, super clean. There's no need for a shifter there for gears because he's running that SB1 single speed derailleur there, but they're super clean. I love the simplicity of them, and these nice big motor levers there. Keeping bike looking slick, I love it. And to keep those bars locked in on the front is the Spank stem. It's a direct mount. There's 2 settings on this. It's really short anyway, but there's a 25mm setting and a 30mm setting. He's got it set on 30mm, but he's got a real high front end, but that gives him a lot more stability out there on those big jumps. And then to top off the whole bike, he's running the Spank Tweet saddles, a BMX sized style saddle, and that's bolted to a black carbon Seatpost. Right, enough of me talking about your bike, Sam. I've got a few questions for you.
Well, I got like the massive, you know, the humongous fat downhill tubes.
Yeah.
So they don't puncture as easy. And the main reason is, on a windy day, like today is a bit windy, it just helps you with a bit more stability in the air, you know, like heavier wheel spinning, so you can sort of steer it through the air a bit better, and the wind doesn't affect you. So that's the main reason, yeah, and you can kind of whip it better. No, that is actually a Bos, I think Void, it might be called rear shock. It's just from last year, and chucked it on there. It's a air one, you can pump it up pretty hard.
How are you finding this SB1? Because I ran that out in Whistler and I loved it. And do you leave it in that gear, so 1432, or do you change depending on the course?
Well, thanks first of all for counting it for me, because I've never counted it. No, I just put it in the middle gear because I thought then that was the best one. Yeah. To be honest, I did have gears, but my gear thing snapped off, so I just thought, I'm bored of fixing this. It's happened so many times, I'm just going to run that thing. It locks it in one gear, it's lighter, and so far it hasn't snapped off.
Nice. I got one thing, I couldn't even pronounce it. How do you say that?
These are called Trickstuff Direttissima brakes.
Direttissima.
You may never have heard of them, but they are so great.
They look amazing. I like how they split reservoir from piston.
Yeah,
with the little hole there.
That's really cool, yeah.
I like that.
I also like that. Yeah. Well, I just like they got mega power and they're cool, yeah.
Yeah, I like
They look
it.
like motorbike brakes.
They
too.
do, yeah. Nice motor levers, nice. Thank you so much, Sam, for showing off your bike to us and the viewers
Pleasure.
out there. But if you want to see another pro bike, click just there. If you want to see a video from Whistler, click just there.
Don't forget to subscribe here.
Click that and you will subscribe and you won't miss another video. And if you love this bike, give it a thumbs up like.